So how have you been? Everything work out all right?
Yeah, everything's going alright. I'm just working every day. My cat doesn't piss kidney stones anymore. I had a scare for a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, but he's all good now.
It's always worrisome. Like, it's when your pets aren't well, it's the worst thing.
Yeah, especially when he's kind of like my rock.
I feel yeah. I have a 16-year-old and an 8-year-old cat, and my 16-year-old, like, she's my precious little angel. So Momo, like, she looks like she has since she was she was a runt and she didn't get much bigger, so she looks pretty much the same over the last 16 years. She doesn't look like she's really aged.
Right.
But I see it in how she moves around, and I'm like, oh, you're becoming an old lady. Like, every day I leave the house, I give her a kiss and I make her promise. I'm like, you gotta live forever, Momo.
Yeah.
Like,
I always tell my cat, I'm like, you gotta outlive me.
yeah.
That's all I gotta do.
Exactly.
How long have you been piercing, man?
About to be 13 years.
That's a long career.
Yeah, I started back in 2007.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like shortly, a couple of months into 2007. I think I did my test piercing in January of that year, and then like for where I apprenticed, and then got to start my apprenticeship shortly after that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I've had times where I've gone part-time because, like, I got convinced by family and just, well, how bad the economy was in, like, 2011, that I should go back to school. So I was only doing it on the weekends. I also had a dark period where I became, like, one of those travel piercers that went to houses. Like,
yeah, for sure.
There's, when I look back at certain parts of my career, I'm like, oh, you were a hack. Like, well done, Chris.
Sometimes that's how it is, man.
Yeah, and like how I was like originally taught, like I was kind of taught like internally threaded was mostly like a scam, and like even like and like I was taught to use external for the most part, but I was also taught rings were way more important and use rings for like everything, like literally everything. So a lot of what I was initially taught worked well for basics, but I also had a lot of reteaching to do too.
Right. Because once you got more into like the
and when I had two mentors, and like so one mentor was fantastic, but he wasn't my assigned one, and that was Matt. That's who the owner here, and I had this guy Ben, and Ben's who I learned a lot of misinformation from. Pretty much everything I did end up learning from Matt, I still use to this day. So, like, it sucks to have had to have relearned a lot. And I definitely look back at part of my career and I'm just like, whew, man, like things I did, things I got lucky that didn't become issues.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, look where you are now. You got freaking, look at you.
I mean, this is a point in my career that if you had told me when I first started piercing to become a possibility, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
It's like studios like this aren't real.
It's all about hard work and dedication, man.
Yeah, and like, I mean, I love this industry. Like, in the end, like, I really wouldn't be able to do anything else. I've tried, and like, this is what I'm actually good at.
That's what I feel
really
like.
Stick with it.
It's that perfect moment when you hit that piercing perfect that like my OCD is like,
yeah.
And that's what really gets it for me. Like,
I always just, the client reactions are one of the things I love the most.
I like that too, yeah.
Just like when someone sits up and looks at like a brand new piercing, and like the people, you know what I'm talking about, the people that really glow, and you're just like,
perfect.
And you're just like, thank you. Like you're reminding me why I love this. So I grabbed a 1/2 inch unsterile just to mark with. So we are going to prep again in the end because that's just been wiped down with rubbing alcohol. But go ahead and take a look at the markings for me. Let me know how you're feeling about that. So in the end, where the dots are, of course, I'm just making sure I have nice guidelines. So sitting, and then in the end, sitting like
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
And I'm gonna rock the bead on the back unless you want it on the front. Because we can definitely do either way. It's totally fine for me.
Let's rock it to the back.
Back, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna iodine prep, and then as that dries, I'll get everything out of the statum. I'll switch over to sterile gloves, and I'll have you lay back for the piercings. How long have you been piercing?
Yeah, I think it's been like maybe about 4 years.
Okay.
Maybe 5. Let's see. Because I actually first started as just like a shop hand.
Uh-huh.
And then I saw how much money like the piercer was making, and I just like, I don't know, I wanted to go for it. And for like a year, I did my apprenticeship. I had to like basically know all like the sizings by heart. I had to like, you know, just learn all the differences between all the different threadings and all that stuff. And then I had to do 7 of every piercing. And I had to do at least 3 of every genital piercing. And my mentor, after I worked at this place called Raw Ink for a bit.
Okay.
But the owner there was just kind of like not really all there.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I'm like, I can't really do this over here. Like, if like I'm about to go to another shop, like I got a portfolio built up, and like I personally think I'm ready. He's like, Jesse, you've been ready. He's like, you're just here to like keep me on board. And I'm like, damn, why didn't you tell me that? And he was like, I don't know, I thought you kind of knew. He was a very funny person. I don't know if you know George Dilla.
No, I don't.
He works up around, what's it called? I'm trying to think about one studio in DC.
Only studios I know in DC are really like Fatty's and Embassy. And Embassy just because I used to have to correct stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Fatty's pretty well. My homegirl Gio worked up there.
Oh, Gia's awesome.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She did all the
It's a shame she moved up to back to Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess she wanted to go back home.
Man.
What's that?
That's like her spot.
Yeah, it's home, but it sucks still because Gio was so great. Just so you can see, you know, fail to pass.
Perfect. Maybe not. It's like by that one metro. What is it? It's like, I guess, on the way to DC. I can't think of the name. Well, I met him at Umberto's.
Okay.
And this is before Fatty had his shop up by the
Before Silver Spring, or
before that one.
Because I think that's his newest. Because I think it went DuPont H Street, Silver Spring.
Yeah.
You ready, bud?
I'm ready.
All right, so go ahead and lay back, head resting right about there. And then I'll just have you turn your head comfortably to your left for me. I'm gonna double drape real quick. Comfortable?
Yep.
Oh, well, that one had a little cut in the wrong way, so we're not going to use that drape. All right, so when I do orbitals, I don't open my ring. We're going to be just working with that gap, so you're going to feel just a little bit of pressure on the transfers.
Okay.
But I always feel, for me, that just gives me better results in the end for placement.
Gotcha. For sure.
All right, so I'm going to line up the flat side for a moment, okay?
Okay.
And we're going to start off. Your tissue's about the same, so we're going to start off with that lower one.
Okay.
So you're going to be about the same level of pinchiness. Yeah, I want to do that lower one. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Feel that needle lightly resting there?
Mm-hmm.
So a nice deep breath in for me. Let's hold that and breathe out. Doing okay?
Yep.
Ready for transfer?
Yeah.
So breath in for me and out. Perfect. All right. You ready for that last one?
Yep.
be just a smidge above my mark on this side. All right, ready?
Yep.
Feel that blade touching?
Mm-hmm.
So nice deep breath in for me. Let's hold that and out. Perfect. Doing okay, Jesse?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so more uncomfortable parts heading up now. You doing all right?
Yeah.
So breath in, hand out with that transfer. That's it. Doing okay?
Yeah.
I know that's the downside of not twisting these ones. Transfer in the second's a little rough. We're gonna rock the bead in, then I'm gonna make sure I have your ear decompressed, okay?
Okay.
Hell yeah. God, I love good orbital. Orbitals are so much fun.
Aren't they? I've literally only ever done one in my career, and
this is
I
one
had
of
to
my
like beg it on my
favorites.
friend. I was like, please let me do it.
I've gotten really lucky with certain piercings over my career. I've done a lot of orbitals, vertical conches, a lot of punches, large gauge work.